I say this every time that these dumb should just go back to being tradcons. Go back to the kitchen, Kaitlin Bennett. You keep saying how being a tradcon is the best. Take your own advice, for heaven's sake. Go, I don't know, get pregnant. The woman who smells fresh out of the porta potty, Kaitlin Bennett. The girl who rose to prominence by being an idiot and still exists on this platform. Well, you guessed it, as an idiot. We're going to go over a couple different things that Kaitlin Bennett has said recently, some being on Twitter, some being a video. The first being this one. The people who called Trump a Nazi are now implementing a door-to-door eugenics program less than 6 months after taking office. Let that sink in. What the fuck is she talking about? What eugenics? Also, what is door-to-door eugenics? Wait, let's just, for extra clarity, the study of how to arrange reproduction within a human population to increase the occurrence of heritable characteristics regarded as desirable. Okay, so what Kaitlin is talking about here is this right here. Joe Biden talking about efforts to get more people vaccinated. He said, we need to go to community by community, neighborhood by neighborhood, and oftentimes door to door, literally knocking on doors to get help to the remaining people protected from the virus. So I'm not sure what the big deal is about this. They're literally talking about just reaching communities that might need help and providing them the vaccines and any kind of additional protection from the virus. I don't see what's wrong with that at all. Officials now believe the most effective outreach doesn't come from celebrities, but rather from trusted local leaders, neighbors, and family physicians making direct pitches to holdouts. This simple realization is at the heart of the administration's plan to identify areas with low vaccination rates and make new concerted efforts. So this is literally talking about reaching communities that might, for whatever reason, not have proper access to getting vaccinated. That's what Joe Biden's talking about here. Something that it now sounds like is a good idea and has some grounding in real beneficial outcomes. Apparently, Kaitlin Bennett isn't just shitting her pants. She also has shit for brains. How is reaching communities that might not have proper access to the vaccine to help them get vaccinated eugenics? What would door-to-door eugenics even look like? Like, it's the government, open up, fuck right now. Or like, if they're not of like some desirable trait, then they're like, wear condoms every time you fuck now. What does door-to-door eugenics even look like to Kaitlin Bennett? I don't understand this at all. But we know that this is just bullshit. 9.5K dumb fuck boomers like this and was like, yeah, damn Biden going to fucking doing those damn eugenics by trying to get people vaccinated. I don't know what that means, but that's what they told me in trailer park school. But okay, apparently they're implementing a door-to-door eugenics program. Could you imagine if you like got your news from Kaitlin Bennett and expected any ounce of accuracy from her? If what happened was like Biden like, we want to help people who don't have proper access to the vaccine. We want to go to those communities, even door to door if we have to, and help them. Kaitlin Bennett hears that, it like gets mixed up in her little shit brain and then pops out the other end. Oh my God, he's talking about eugenics right now, guys. We're also going to talk about Kaitlin Bennett's video.
We don't want losers and ungrateful little brats to be representing the United States. There should be consequences for people who go out and embarrass our country.
All right, well, I mean, coming off bold, surprised that the very intro would begin with such a blatant attack on Kaitlin Bennett. There should be consequences for people who embarrass our country? Kaitlin, I guess that means it's time to deport you.
First, I want to talk about Deanna Price. And she is the gold medalist for the Olympics in hammer throwing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Okay, so it begins with Kaitlin Bennett. We're just going to skip this. Praising the girl who did stand to the national anthem. You have to remember, like I've said before, for these conservative types, it's especially these conservative nationalist types, it's very much about the aesthetics. All they care about is that someone looks like they're showing respect to the country, symbolizing their respect to the waving flag. Like, it's all about the aesthetics. They don't really care about anything else.
This issue happening, and I saw conservatives being mad about Gwen Berry, and I saw Dan Crenshaw and other Congress people saying that Gwen Berry needs to be removed from the Olympics. At first I thought, is this a distraction? Is this something that we should really care about? And then I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like, yeah, this is something that
Kaitlin Bennett, infamous for knowing what to talk about and what's important to discuss. Libs don't know what a father is. Libs think Trump said Kamala quotes. Americans don't know what Memorial Day is. Yup, that's Kaitlin Bennett for you. Very focused on important issues
that we should care about, because this is part of the culture war. This is part of the stuff that we need to fight back against. If someone
exercising their First Amendment rights. Holy fuck.
The reason why I think this matters more than, like, just say the NFL or whatever, when you're
let me correct myself. I guess it would be a private entity, right? So that wouldn't be First Amendment applying there. But she was allowed to do it, and it's also an American right to protest your country. So I think there's still an argument to be made there that it's not an anti-American thing.
Football, you're not playing on a team that's literally represented by the nation in which the people reside. So in the Olympics, they literally are separated. The teams are countries. That's what it is. It's nations.
Yeah, and what makes America unique is the fact that we are able to protest our own country. That is an American value. It's the ability to protest your own country that has made our country better. So for her to claim that, well, they're divided by countries, so she represents America. Yeah, she can represent America. Sure, part of an American right is being able to protest your own country. Plus, if you care so much about the fact that she represents the country, maybe you should also wonder why the fuck Gwen Berry said she doesn't feel like the national anthem represents her. Or was it the Pledge of Allegiance? Either way, she said she didn't feel represented in the country. Maybe there's an argument to be made there. But no, she doesn't care about this. She cares about the symbol of nationalism. You must look like you are proud of the country. You must do the pledge, put your hand on the heart, look at the pretty fabric waving, and that's it. Look at this derp face we paused on. Holy shit. I say this every time that these dumb fucks should just go back to being tradcons. Go back to the kitchen, Kaitlin Bennett. You keep saying how being a tradcon is the best. Take your own advice, for heaven's sake. Go, I don't know, get pregnant. Do something that takes you away from your online bullshit.
If you want to be in the Olympics, you know it's just not a normal sports team. It's not just, your high school football team or your high school hammer thrower. I don't even know how you get into something like that. She knew the third place grifter. She knew darn well that going in, she would be representing her
how is an Olympic athlete a grifter? Like, how do you even make that argument?
What losers and ungrateful little brats to be representing the United States. There should be consequences for people.
So this is what I don't understand either. These, like, ungrateful, because I used to make this argument too. Okay, question. Is it possible for someone to be grateful for the opportunities that the country has afforded them while also still not feeling fully represented by that country and still thinking the country has a long way to go? You could be in a house and be like, well, I like that I have a house, and I like that I have a roof over my head, but I still think we could fix the leaks. That might make it even better. You can be thankful that you have a house while also wanting to fix something and make it even better. I don't know why it's always like it means you're ungrateful. Maybe she is grateful for the rights that the country has afforded her. while also recognizing that this country, although it has made progress and that's wonderful, this country still has a long ways to go.
If you don't like the United States, don't go to the Olympics on behalf of us. Go join another country. Go become a citizen.
It doesn't mean that she doesn't like the United States, might just think she wants it to be better, doesn't feel represented. And also, I hate this argument, the whole, why don't you just move? Just leave the country. Could anybody here just pick up their bags and leave? Could anybody at all do that? Could anybody just move if they're unhappy with something in the country? And they always say some scary country too. They're like, why don't you spend a day in Iraq? It's like, I'm pretty sure we don't need to set the bar that low. That is the face of a woman who has lost it.
Give the attention and time to this third place grifter, Gwen Berry. Make
How
sure
is she
we
a
honor
grifter?
Deanna Price, who did an amazing job, and she held that flag up high. I think it's important for people to do that if they're going to represent the country in general. It's something important to fight back against. So, yep, that's what the culture war entails. It entails getting into these little stupid beefs because whatever. But no, Gwen Berry.
Wow, hard-hitting commentary right there. Whew. That's what the culture war means. It means getting into stupid little beefs. I like how she just kind of is contradicting herself. Listen, guys, the culture war, it's extremely important, okay? That's why we have to talk about these stupid, insignificant, meaningless little beefs.
5 years down the line, everyone's gonna know her name. She's gonna be a person that's talked about a lot, and she's probably gonna be a millionaire by the time that, I don't know. That's probably what's gonna happen. Deanna Price.
Are you okay, Kaitlin? Just so many times she's like, and then it's just, soon she's gonna be famous and rich and a millionaire, and I just...
Probably won't be the person that we talk about. Because I do think in this country we prefer to be outraged rather than uplifted. And I do believe that.
If you forgot to get your dad a
Oh, right, and you certainly don't capitalize on that, right, Kaitlin? Also, as we covered in another segment, it was totally within the rules for her to protest the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem. She did not have to do that. Hard-hitting commentary from everyone's favorite, Kaitlin Bennett. Man, she really... This video was shitty. I'm gonna sit here and just snicker at my own jokes now, okay? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified when I drop a new video.